I still can't believe I mustered up the courage to go spelunking in one of Canada's longest caves. Our adventure started in Canmore at the Canmore Cave Tours office. This is where we met our guide Tiffany to get geared up.
Be following me with your guys' vehicle, and it's just a quick 5-minute drive down the road.
The trail to the entrance of the cave is moderately steep and takes about 30 minutes to hike. Along the way, our guide pointed out some fossilized coral on a rock. It's hard to believe that this was once the bottom of the ocean. The final part of the hike brought us through a really cool canyon. For those of us who aren't as sure-footed, they have ropes installed to help us get up the steep parts. Finally, we arrived at a tented location where we could drop our bags off. Right now, we're suiting up. It's important to gear up in the proper order. First, we had to put our knee pads on, then we put on the safety belt, and then the red overalls. Before we entered the cave, our guide Tiffany gave us some safety instructions so that we were prepared.
Within the cave, we have some ropes that are anchored throughout.
It was finally time to enter the cave and start our big adventure. Rat's Nest Cave got its name from the bushy-tailed wood rat. These rats have created nests in the entrance of the cave. The rat poop right there.
Touch it for you.
Lisa, you don't have to touch everything. I can. At the entrance to the cave is a 15-meter chasm called the Bone Pit. At the bottom is a 2-meter deep pile of bones. There are 34 species, including bear, sheep, elk, deer, fox, coyote, birds, and even fish.
Up above you, there's also a pictograph. And so I'll point at it with my shadow. Does everyone see it? Yeah. Excellent.
Our journey started at the first section called the warm-up. This is a vertical squeeze where we had to shuffle our way across the rock, and then at the end, slide down a rock face. And we entered an area where there was bones on a shelf. It was kind of cool to pick through these bones because some of them were 7,000 years old. Next, we prepared ourselves for a 6-story rappel into the belly of the cave.
You are going to be in complete control of your own descent. And so I am going to be attaching 2 ropes to you. The first one is going to be your rappel line, and the second one is going to be my backup belay system. So I've got your back.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
put in your carabiners in opposite directions into the loop, please. Okay. Wonderful. I am ready whenever you are.
Okay. And you say, keep my feet out in front of me.
Exactly.
Am I going to be able to touch the side of the wall the whole time?
For most of it. For some sections, you might not.
All right, we just had a giant rappel, and I was the first one down. So now I'm just waiting for the rest of the crew. That was a little scary. It was like 20 meters. The best part about going first was now I could sit and relax and cheer on the others as they rappelled into the cave to join me. All the girls now are down, and we're waiting for James. And we all survived the drop. It was scary for me. Was it scary for you girls?
Terrifying.
Okay, we got James coming down now. Rockstar form, look at that. Just crawling down as though he's done this before.
Stop.
This extensive tunnel and cavern network was formed as glacier meltwater seeped through fractures and faults in the rock layers, slowly eroding the limestone and eventually creating this cave.
Oh, hang on. Butts on a rock. Ow.
A short butt shuffle through a narrow section brought us to the junction. This is where 5 different tunnels meet.
Oh, I see something there.
Nice. That's number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Now where's the 5th and final one?
Our next destination is what I like to call the Poser Cavern. Let's just get out of this really difficult, narrow hole that I just came in. Okay, I'm lying. That's the Poser hole. You just go in there and get pictures, and it looks like you're a professional.
This is a come back out the way you came. And so if you are uncomfortable with this space, you're more than welcome to just hang out here for a couple minutes as we go on through.
Lisa's gonna attempt it. You got it, girl. Okay, so I've decided not to do this one. I am not that limber.
I'm trying it.
Oh my gosh.
But Carol Lee is that limber. Way to go. You got
Kind
it.
of like the Spider-Man throw, or is it more like pulling with your arms?
It looks to be a full shimmy.
Oh, man, that is like super snug in there, but it's
Okay,
really cool.
you're full of caca there, girl. You didn't even go in. You just posed for a picture.
I did. You're right.
How was that? What was on the other side?
Nothing. I did like you did.
This is.
Looks like a blast.
You don't know what we saw in there.
What'd you see in there? What was there, stalagmites or something?
Yep.
Did you get a picture?
Stop it, Lisa.
What's Lisa doing? Giving your butt a push?
I should have brought up the rear.
Lost opportunity, James. Okay, so we're all here except for Lisa and our guide. Oh, thanks, James. I forgot I gave you the other light. Okay, and even though she just crawled through there, she still looks like she just came out of the hair and makeup.
Oh, shush.
Kind of like me, right?
I wasn't accusing you of that, Carolee. And
It was cool in there. It was very cool.
oh, good.
We missed seeing some cool stalagmites.
Our next big challenge was the infamous laundry chute.
And so we start off vertically going feet first, and then we'll be going feet first on our backs for the more horizontal section of the laundry chute. Near the end of the laundry chute, we will be clipping into some ropes. And so the ropes on the left-hand side are for you guys. And so you want to make sure you clip into those ropes so that we don't exit onto the treacherous slab, which is a feature below the laundry chute.
Heather and I decided to pass on this one. So our other team members went through the chute, and then our guide Tiffany came back and led us a different direction that was much easier. James is going through the laundry chute.
Sort of.
That is
Holy
a
cow.
very, very tight squeeze.
I gotta assess this. Crap. It's a good thing my legs aren't any longer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Going through the laundry chute. Whee! Oh, tight squeeze.
As Lisa, James, and Carolee made their way through the laundry chute, Heather and I hung out and took some selfies and shivered a bit. The temperature in the cave is only 4 degrees, so if you're sitting still, it can get a bit cold.
How was the laundry chute? Oh, it was amazing. I hate to say it was so amazing.
With our group back together after splitting up at the laundry chute, we now made our way to the Grand Gallery. This is the largest known room in the entire cave. After admiring some calcium formations and then taking a group selfie, we made our way to the final chamber, which was the grotto. It's pretty cool in here. Grotto was by far the most impressive room in the cave. Water seeped down the walls and flowed into a small pool, hence the name the grotto. The pool is so deep that scuba divers have actually explored it. There were some interesting formations on the roof, appropriately called the soda straws, and there was also a large formation on the side of the cave that looked like a big waterfall. After taking a few grotto selfies, it was time to make our way back to the entrance of the cave. This looks like a jaw.
Does it look like teeth?
Sure does.
After shimmying up the smooth rock face, we finally made it back to the entrance of the cave, and we were delighted to see the light of day.